Hello, everybody. This is Freaking Rican from Freaking Rican News Network, and I'm bringing you a story about a Maryland family got kicked out of a funeral home. So apparently, what happened was, uh, they were fixing to start a funeral, and people were coming up and hugging the family members and whatnot, and uh, a sacred chalice cup got knocked over, and apparently it broke it, and somebody went and told the preacher. Somebody went and told the preacher about it, and they made a huge deal about it. Now, when you watch this video, remind you this is the day of the funeral. So I'm gonna play the video right now.
Obituary. This was for her viewing and funeral that was held here inside this church Tuesday morning. Hundreds of people showed up to pay their respects, but it all ended abruptly when someone knocked over and damaged the church's sacred cup, also known as a chalice. A cell phone records a chaotic scene from the church pews as an argument between the pastor and family laying their loved one to rest escalates, while the body of 54-year-old Agnes Hicks lays in her casket right nearby. A short time later, the family is seen carrying out her casket to leave, with shocked attendees and police cars in the parking lot.
This was uncalled for, uncalled for at that church, and it really hurt me, really do. To see your loved one come there to rest and be shut down like that.
Hicks's family is still traumatized over what happened. They say Agnes Hicks was baptized as a young girl at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Charlotte Hall, and it's where she had always wanted her funeral. But things got ugly at her viewing with Pastor Michael Breezy. This is a photo of him from the church's website, when family says someone went in for a hug and accidentally knocked over the church's sacred chalice near the altar.
That's when all hell broke loose. He literally got on the mic and said there will be no funeral, there will be no mass, no repast. Everyone get the hell out of my church. He was disrespectful. He disrespected our family. He disrespected my mother. He called my mother a thing. He said, get this thing out of my church. Everyone get the hell out of my church. It was very sad. It was very sad. And I never seen anything like that before.
Family says the pastor then called police.
Bad enough we had to bury our own mother yesterday. But for you to say she's a thing and it will be no funeral, you're not a preacher. You're not a pastor. You're not a father of the Lord. You're not none of that. Acting like that, you're the devil.
When officers arrived, they determined the family was not in the wrong and escorted them to a funeral home out of the county, where another pastor performed their funeral service. Meanwhile, the Archdiocese of Washington has issued an apology to the family that reads in part, quote, "What occurred at St. Mary's Parish does not reflect the Catholic Church's fundamental calling to respect, nor does that incident represent the pastoral approach the priests of the Archdiocese of Washington commit to undertake every day in their ministry."
My mom was supposed to have a great funeral, and all this came up, and now I'm so traumatized about it. I'm going to keep thinking about this every day. Like, I can't never forget this day.
The Archdiocese adds that they are taking this matter very seriously, and it is still under review. Father Breezy is also expected to make a formal apology to the family.
Wow, that's real disturbing. Now, do you think it was all about because they knocked over, or the cup got accidentally knocked over? Could it be maybe racially motivated? I mean, to get that mad over a cup, enough to call the police, and then have to get this lady's funeral. I had to take her body to another place, another funeral home, to finish up the proceedings. Is just ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think. This is Freaking Rican News Network, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.